Good morning, everyone. So, in the last session, we have discussed about the data streams. So, what is a data stream and what are the advantages of data stream? Where is it useful, and so on. So, the main point about the last session, from the last sessions are data stream is a continuous source of data which is generated by application on the internet. So these application can generate infinite series of data. And how can we process this data stream? So data stream can be processed in a real time. So whatever the streaming of application we are designing, we should be taking care that whatever the information at a real time or a particular size of data stream we are fetching, we should have to make sure that that particular stream could be processed. So it's not possible, not feasible for an application to collect all the data stream that is available and then we start the processing that particular information. So nowadays, most of the social media platform are using the data stream. One of examples are Facebook, Twitter, and so on. So we can use the social media platform to provide a live streaming services. So at last time we have discussed one question: how and where news publishers are interacting with their audience, and how they use social media services to deliver their services. So this question was given to you as an assignment. So please complete this question as an assignment. Some of the example of data stream are video streaming industries and music industries. So mostly these two applications are used by almost everyone. So when anyone wants to view the YouTube application, so actually he or she using the video streaming application. So what happened here? Video streaming application will provide a video as per the request of the user, and user do not require to buffer or download the whole video, and the users can view the video without buffering or downloading. Same thing for the music industries. So you can find out there are certain applications which offer the services to online music, and you can avail the services and you can listen the music as per your demand. So what is happening here? The application, music application, will be installed on your own terminal, whether it is a mobile system or whether it is your desktop system. And what happened after that? Your application will send the request to the server, music application server. Then the server will respond with the music data stream, and this data stream is continuously transmitted to in a real time to your own mobile. So you are not required to download the whole music and then start listening. You can listen the music, and meanwhile your data is being downloaded. Now, streaming data is data that is generated continuously by thousands of data sources. So there will be one source which is generating the data. There can be more than one source for generating the data. So it depends on the different streaming data and applications. So normally, if we'll talk about the video streaming YouTube application, then you can find out that at a particular time, uh, thousands of users are uploading their videos. So they are generating streaming data, and again, thousands of users are accessing those uh, video. So again, that streaming data is consumed by the users. So basically, how to send the data? So that data is sent in the typical small sizes. So when you are uploading the data, you are uploading the data in kilobytes, and again, when you are viewing the data, you are also viewing the data in KBs. So streaming data includes a wide variety of data. So let us discuss about what kind of data is included in streaming data. First example is a log file. So where we can see the log file, when you are using any intranet or when you are using your internet, so your service provider or your college administrator college network admin will maintain a record of your all activities, including which IP you are using and which website you have access and what are the different activity you have performed on the particular system. So these log file will be keep as a record in a future purpose, so that if anything they want to analyze from those data, they want to find out any suspective behavior, they can analyze those data and find out the users who are not following the rules and regulations. So log files can also be generated when you are using your mobile, using your service provider. Again, streaming data is generated from the e-commerce purchases. So continuously you are accessing a website, you are viewing every information. So there can be a two-way streaming data is being transmitted to your client and server, and all data is being used as an analysis to find out the users interest and behavior. In-game player activity. So as we are already aware about the online gaming. So in online gaming, there are multiple players are connected to each other. So that game can be an online game, or that game can be played on internet. So in both cases, what happened when the users are playing, they are continuously interacting to other users. So interaction means here that every users are generating a continuous data stream, and every users are consuming the data stream. So it is also possible that it can be a one-to-one communication, or it can be one-to-many communication, or many-to-many communication. So mostly when you are working on online gaming, it is a many-to-many communication. Information from social network. As we have discussed about the Facebook and the Twitter, so you can find out that those portals are also generating the data streaming. Geospatial services. So when these type of services is offered as a service, then you can see that they also generating the data streaming services. Instrumentation in data centers. So not only the stream data is generated between the users, stream data can be generated between the machine also. So when multiple data centers are working, so they are generating their log files, their activity reports, and their status and so on. And these all information can be communicated to other data centers and so on, so that all the data center can work in a synchronous manner, and users can get better services. And if there is a one fault in any data center, that would not going to affect the all the data center that is available there. Data stream. Data needs to be processed sequentially and incrementally on a record by record basis. So now till now we had discussed about the data stream, how it is being generated, what are the different applications that are using the data stream, and who are consuming the data stream, and what are the advantages of it, and so on. Now we will move further and we'll try to find out how to process this data stream, because generating continuous stream information as a data stream is one thing, but what is the use of such kind of information? One typical use is that you can consume that data as a video or audio or a text information. But second use is that these data stream can be used to analyze some specific activities and so on. And as well as while you are viewing your YouTube video, you can find out that sometimes you're required to watch a video from previous record, or you want to watch a video which is uploaded earlier. So at that time, you also need to go to the server. You have to search the particular video, and then that particular video will be transmitted as a data stream to your own system. So when we process data streams, then data need to be processed sequentially. So whatever the orders they are generated, that particular orders will be maintained. and they should be processed record by record basis. So we can use the sliding time windows here. So we, as a particular time, we can take a sliding window, and based on that, we can increment the sliding window as our process of data is completed. So we can use this type of analysis for correlation, aggregation, filtering, and sampling of data. So we can find out the different similarity between the different data streams or different data within the same data stream. We can aggregate a different data stream and try to combine and provide a combine output to the user. We can also perform the filtering and sampling of the data stream to find out what are the unique patterns which is being transmitted inside the data stream. Information derived from such analysis give companies visibility into many aspects of their businesses and customer activity. So now the question arises, what is the use of to analyze such kind of large information? Again, these information has a hidden source of hidden pattern about the consumer behavior and activity. So every business wants to analyze the consumer behavior and consumer activity. So based on that behavior and consumer activity, they can take some decision. They can improve their product capability and so on. So you can find out their service uses. So by using such kind of analysis, businesses can charge the users based on their services and their uses. For example, cloud-based services. So you can see that whatever the content you are using, whatever the infrastructure you are using, you are charged by that only. Another kind of services, your music services. So based on every music you are requesting from a music application, the charge will be based on that. And so server activity, businesses can manage their servers activity based on this information. Website clicks. So website click is an important one because whenever you are searching for a specific query on a web engine, so you can find out that so there are certain unique sequence of website will be displayed to every user. So these website is ranking of the website is differ for every user. So you can find out that website click is an important one to find out the information. The next one is the geolocation of devices, people, and physical. So as we know that nowadays location is an important data which is generated from your Android devices. So these location is can be used to target certain kind of users, certain kind of peoples, and so on. For example, if you have a knowledge, or if you have a data which is representing that a large number of young generation is gathered at some place, so you can target that particular consumer based on their interest, and you can offer them certain kind of services and product, so that you can get a better product sales and revenue. Businesses can track changes in public sentiment on their brand and product by contextualizing social media stream, respond in time fashion as necessity arises. So nowadays you can find out that before launching any product or any services in the market, businesses are doing some analysis. So their analysis can be done online or offline. But these analysis is very important because based on that analysis, they can identify the certain requirements, certain expectation from the users, and based on that data, they can prepare their product and services so that it can be suitable for a large number of users. So public sentiment is more about that if there any product or services from a businesses, so, what are the peoples or what are the users of that particular services are talking about? How they are expressing their opinion about that particular product or service. For example, suppose a company has launched a new mobile phone on the e-commerce platform. So how the users are reacting on that particular those uh, mobile handset. Are they liking those handset? Are they complaining about that? What kind of complaint they are putting for that handset? And what are the features they are liking and so on. So based on these information, we can find out the expectation of the customer, and we can work on the product and services to satisfy that particular sentiment. So, as a data scientist, data analytics, we can find out that uh, analyzing the data stream is a very important thing for us. For example, we have already discussed Twitter application, which is taking the real-time data from any news website or any Twitter data regarding any topic, for example, IoT, for example, e-commerce website, and so on. So we can analyze those data to find out the certain pattern and behavior. So, guys, we have a question and answer. There are two questions. What are the benefits of streaming data? And please provide a streaming data example. So you can use the chat box, or you can use unmute your mic and you can speak. And I will expect at least 4 to 5 response from your side. There are 27 students in the session right. Okay, guys. So please have a 2 minute and please reply about the one or two benefit of streaming data and one or two example of streaming. You can use the chat box. Adit is present. Adit Bharadwaj. Okay, so please, I have also uploaded this PDF on the model. So find out this question answer as your assignment also. So please complete this question answer so that when the assignment will be declared, it can be submitted as assignment also. Okay, so if Adit is presented, then please note down this question answer. I think Adit is not present, so who will take responsibility? Who is the alternative to the Aditya Bharadwaj in our class?
सर सर मैं भेज दूंगी.
Okay, I see. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'm expecting at least 4 to 5 response, guys. Please do it fast. Okay, one response from Pius. Improve operational efficiency. Okay. Yes, we can analyze the real-time data from logistics services, or we can analyze the data from airline traffic control to improve the operational efficiency. Okay, Pius, can you tell me that which approach is suitable to provide a solution for ATC operations, air traffic control operations? Anyone can suggest approach. How can we solve the problem using the for the ATC controls? Because you can there are certain scheduled aircraft, and there can be certain inbound and outbound flights. There can be some technical issues arises which can disrupt each and every schedule as we earlier decided. So it's a quite a challenging task which should be done in a real time. So which approach or which algorithm or which machine learning approach is good for it? Okay, one response from Akshay, entertainment, knowledge, purpose. Yeah, we have already discussed. One response from Mr. Poor. It has the ability to gather and analyze large volume of data arriving in a stream from always on sources. Okay. Okay, so please take this question for your assignment also. Let us proceed further. Now, we'll discuss about data stream processing. So, streaming data processing requires two layers. One is a storage layer and one is a processing layer. So, as we have earlier discussed that when users or source is reading the data, large amount of data from different sources or from different uses, these data need to be stored. So when you are talking about the storage layer, the responsibility of the storage layer to store the data. The another responsibility can be that whatever the data is stored, that data should be redundant to fault and other type of failure. It should be accessible in a less time. It should be available to every stakeholders and so on. Another one is a processing layer. So processing layer is basically taking the data from storage layer or taking the data from the real time and trying to process the information as per the requirement. Now let us move further. What the storage layer needs to do. So storage layer basically do the support the record ordering. So it will record order of the data, in which order is data is being generated, and what or the requirement or the technical parameter which is required to support this operation. Strong consistency to enable fast. So it will also provide a strong consistency. So whatever the data is available to you, it should be consistent and it should be in a faster manner. Third point is inexpensive. It should be inexpensive because traditional storage system is costly. So for storing a 1 TB data, you have to spend at least 2,000 to 3,000 rupees. That is not feasible for big data because in a big data is generated in a PT. Petabyte. So you can find out that to storing a one petabyte will require a large amount of money. So that is a quite expensive affair. So we have to find out inexpensive solutions. So we had discussed a data lakes that are inexpensive way to store the information. Replayable reads and writes of large stream of data. So whatever the information you are collecting from these websites, that information can be reaccessible, and that information can be writable and so on. So you have every stakeholder must allow to read and write all the information which is written using the data stream. Now we'll discuss about the processing layer responsibility. So basically, first responsibility is consuming data from the storage layer. So you have to design a processing layer so that it can take the data from a storage layer. It can store the data inside the storage layer and so running computation on data. So when we have the data in a processing layer, we want to perform various operation, various statistical operation, we want to apply various logics in order to find out decisions based on the data in order to find out the hidden pattern or certain kind of we want to filter certain kind of pattern from the data. So these type of computation should must be feasible on this data stream. Notifying the storage layer to delete data that is no longer needed. So we should have also have capability to delete the data which is not required. Scalability, data durability, fault tolerance in both the storage and processing. What is scalability? Suppose at a one time 10 users are accessing your application. So your application is perfectly fine. At a peak hour, you find out that from 10 users, your application is now handling more than 100 users. Now your application is not performing good because it has been designed to support only 50 users or 60 users. Now it is supporting more than its threshold limit. So you can find out that this kind of structure is not going to sustain big data. So you have to find out a way where you can support any number of users without affecting your product application efficiency. So how can you do that? You can apply the scalability. You can improve the resources in your peak hour. You can reduce the resources in non-peak hours and so on. Based on the user's requirement, you have to design your system such that it can support. It can also support the number of exponential growth of users in a near future. Data durability, whatever the information you have stored inside your data or processed inside the data, that data must not be lost, must not be leaked, and so on. And that is the responsibility of the both storage and processing. And a fault tolerance, it is important because we know that there can be fault happen due to the human intervention or due to the some technical issues or maybe some natural phenomena occurs like earthquake, storm, or heavy rain can disturb the whole process. So you can find out that whatever the reason is there, your application is designed such that it should support the fault tolerance. So you have to make sure that your data is available at multiple places. So in case of fall at one geographical location, you can switch your users to another geolocation in order to support the product efficiency as well. Now, next point is a platform provide the infrastructure needed to build streaming data applications. So we have mentioned some platforms here which are providing infrastructure. So you can take this platform to develop your own streaming data application. So some of them platform name is Amazing Kinesis Streams, Amazing Kinesis Firewalls, Apache Kafka, Apache Flume, Apache Spark Streaming, and Apache Structure. So write down one question for assignment. Find out, go to these different platforms and try to do an overview of this platform and write at least one page about this platform. What is they all about? What are their advantages? What are their disadvantages? And the last one, what are the application we can develop using these platforms? So please note it down. I see. Please mark this sentence. Okay.
सर सर सबके बारे में इंफॉर्मेशन जैसे अमेजोन वगैरह इन सब के बारे में इंफॉर्मेशन डालनी है.
Overview. Please write down the overview about platform providing infrastructure needed to build streaming data. So you can take this platform, you can take another platform, but at least 4 to 5 platforms for your own knowledge and so on. Because in a class, it's not possible that I can take all these platforms and discuss about them. So I will give you as a segment. If you have any questions or issues, then we'll discuss in the class. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Now, another question answer for this session. What are the challenges in working with the streaming data? So guys, that's all for today's session. So I will leave this question. I will wait for your answer in the chat box. Meanwhile, if you have any queries or any issues at all, we can discuss in the class. Okay, so thank you. I'm stopping the streaming.